everyone and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video I'm going to do a little boob job sort of update Q&A type video, just because you guys have asked me so many questions since getting them done, so I thought I would sit down in this video and answer them all for you guys. So it has been, let me see how many days it's been since my surgery date. It has been a week and 2 days, and honestly I'm feeling amazing. I just can't sleep on my side like just as yet. It is a little bit uncomfortable, so I find that my recovery was quite quick, thank God, because I honestly thought I'd be like out of the game for weeks and weeks, but I'm so happy right now. So when I went for my weekly checkup, they changed all my dressings, cleaned it up a little because it was a little bit bloody underneath all the dressings and stuff. They put new dressings on over the incisions, and then they also put more on my nipples, but they left the actual nipple exposed, so I just have like 2 dressings on my nipples, and then just like underneath, and then where they obviously like had to realign the nipple, I've got like a scar down here. I'm just gonna get straight into the questions before I get sidetracked. If you knew what you know now about the after pain, sleepless nights, tightness in the chest, etc., would you do it again? The first day post-op was like literally the worst for me because I couldn't even start my stretches like post-op, so I was in so much pain. I was so out of it. But other than that, like the days after the first day are fine. Like, no, well, not fine, but bearable. Like, it's not like excruciating where you just want to like roll up in a ball and die. Like, it's bearable. Like, you can still walk around and do stuff, but like, yeah, I would do it again because obviously you have to get your implants changed every 15 to 20 years, I think, or 10 to 15. And obviously, like, when I signed up to do this surgery, like I obviously knew that I had to do it every 10 to 15 years. Yeah, nah, I would definitely go through it again. And one of the main questions that most people were asking was, why did you decide to get a boob job? So if you guys are new to my channel, I lost 20 kilos 2 years ago, and my boobs have never been the same ever since. So when I was at my heaviest, which was around 85 to 90 kilos, I had like boobs, like massive boobs, and I've had massive boobs like my whole life, and obviously with the weight loss, like boobs are majority fat, so I lost basically all of my boobs. And when I went in for my consultation, he said underneath all that excess skin, because that was pretty much like the whole volume of my boobs, my bra size was still like D, because the skin would fill up the cup. Because some people were like, oh, they look the same size, like I don't really like see a difference. Like even my friends were like, oh, like I thought you already had big boobs. If only they knew what they looked like without a bra. Like I was so self-conscious of it. Like, I don't know, they sat really, really low, like really, really saggy, and I was, yeah, just so self-conscious of it. So I've been thinking about doing it for about a year now, and the pain was what put me off watching other people's videos. And because I'm not good with pain, I was like, nah, I can't. But then I really wanted to get it done. So I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. Like, I've wanted to do it for so long, I'm just gonna have to man up and do it. And probably the best decision ever. Like, I'm so happy. So yeah, that is probably the main reason why I got it done. Hey Jazz, how much roughly is it to get your boobs done? What size did you go? Which doctor did you go to? Pros and cons to get your boobs done, and how long does it take for them to form naturally? Cool, heaps of questions in one. So I paid $15,000. That's like including like the theatre fees and the anesthetic. Boob jobs are originally like around $10,000, but because I had to have a lift as well, it was an extra $5,000. So I paid $15,000 all up, and I went to Dr. Craig Late at the Late Clinic. And yeah, really, really nice guy. And no, this is not sponsored. I paid for it out of my own money. What size did you go? So in my consultation, he took a 3D image of my boobs before, and then he has like a program where you can like digitally enhance the boobs, and like, so he can show you roughly what they're gonna look like. So he recommended 375cc, and I had no idea about cc's. Like, I was just gonna leave it up to him and like see what he thinks. Because I'm not like tiny, like in the chest, like my chest is quite, I don't know, not broad, but like I don't have a tiny chest, like I'm not a tiny person. So he said you can get away with 375cc. He originally asked me what I wanted, and I showed him a few pictures from other surgeons or just like Google images. And like, I like this shape, I want them like round. I was actually considering the teardrop, but he said because of my lift that I had to like get done, he recommended to get round implants. So I got round, textured. Wait, did I get textured? I think I did get textured. No, maybe not. I'm gonna have to look into that, and I'll leave it in the description box down below. So I got round 375cc, which is like equivalent to a double D. Pros and cons about getting your boobs done. Well, obviously cons, the pain, which I spoke about before, and obviously pros, you don't have to wear bras. Well, you do, but oh my god, that wind. Obviously I'm gonna try and wear a bra as much as I can, but like I was just most excited to wear like cute tie-up tops and not having to worry about wearing a strapless bra or like having your bra exposed and just your tits just like looking nice and perky, and yeah, just not having to worry about that. That's what I was like most excited for. And obviously self-confidence, like I'm so much more confident in my body. I swear they like, because like when I had my like old boobs, I don't know, I had like so much like skin like around here, which I think they cut off because my whole chest like looks so different. It just looks so like tight and like lifted, and just like my whole chest I just could not recognize. What was your biggest fear about getting a boob job besides the pain when you wake up? Well, obviously I was a bit nervous about the size because I was still kind of unsure, because I went and did 2 consults, because after the first one I didn't get to play around with all the implants and stuff, like I didn't actually get to touch them. So I was like, nah, I want to like touch and feel like the different sizes. And I don't know, he just was pretty set on 375, and he's like, I would not go any bigger. Not that I was wanting any bigger, but I just wanted to see like the comparison between 375 and 400cc. But I'm so glad I didn't go 400. Holy shit, like if I went 400, yeah, I'm just so glad that I went with what he recommended, because obviously he knows best, he's a surgeon. I was a bit worried about my nipples, like the areola, because he said that he does actually like cut them to like a perfect round shape. And I was just like a bit nervous about like the aftermath of that, like were my nipples gonna be like really sore, were they gonna like, I don't know. But no, everything's fine with the nipples, can't even like feel them. And I didn't actually realize you actually had to take them off and like sew them back on. I know that sounds so messed up, but yeah, no, that's fine. Like that was another one of my worries, just like the nipple bit, but they look fine, so thank God. Are you regretting getting a boob job? No. I wouldn't go ahead with the surgery if I would immediately regret it after. I don't know, maybe when I'm like 60 and I'm like, what the fuck did I do when I was 24? I might regret it down the track, but obviously I'm happy now, and that's all that matters, and I'll worry about that down the track. What did your partner think about getting the boob job? Well, obviously I don't really, like, it wasn't up to him like ever. Obviously it's just a bonus. Like he didn't pressure me into getting it done. He wasn't like, babe, like you need your boobs done. Like it was nothing like that. Like I'd been talking about it for ages, and yeah, like obviously he's not gonna like love me any less or love me anymore not having a boob job. But yeah, no, he obviously was all for it as a guy, but yeah, he didn't really have any say in my decision. So yeah. How long roughly is the healing process, and how long until you can do upper body or sleep on your stomach? So they recommended like 3 months no exercise, but they said after the first 2 weeks you can start like light walking. So I'm actually off to Perth on Monday, so I don't know if I'll probably will go to the gym there. I'll probably just do like treadmill, like cardio or something for an hour. But as for like weights, I think around like 2.5 to 3 months. Push-ups and stuff like that I can't do for way longer. But yeah, they just recommended no strenuous exercise for 3 months. So like F45. Can't go to that for ages, and I'm like so depressed. Like last week I was like, I have no energy. I feel like I need to work out. I was like literally getting like gym withdrawals. Like, and I didn't think that was even a thing. I was so sad about not going to F45. I am gonna start doing walking on the treadmill for sure. Like every day I'll probably like do an hour or something just to like keep my body moving, because I'm not obviously just not gonna stop exercise for 3 months. Like that's just dumb. But yeah, I'm gonna probably just do that and maybe like lower body exercises. I might do some squats and stuff, but I just have to be careful with the weights. As for sleeping on my stomach, I can't even sleep on my side yet. I'm like starting to like be able to, but then when I actually go to roll over onto like my stomach slash side, I'm like, nah, it's a little bit still tender. Probably next week I'd be able to, but as for now I still sleep on my back, but I don't have to have the pillow as elevated, so it's pretty much flat, and I'm comfortable sleeping. So are you serious? I thought it was a good idea filming outside. What was your first reaction when you saw your boobs? I'm dying to get mine done now since I've had children. To be honest, like I don't even remember waking up. Like, I literally like woke up, and then literally the only thing I remember was like the nurse being like, okay, let's go, let's get up. And I was like, wait, what? And because I was so out of it, like she literally just helped me up from the bed, and like she's like, we need to get moving, we need to start walking. And I was like, what do you mean? I was so drugged up. She like helped me walk just around, and then she went into the change rooms and she showed me my boobs. Like she literally was like, okay, I'm gonna show you what they look like. Took my compression bar off, and I was like, oh my god. Like I was still so out of it to even like look at them properly. I was like, yep, yeah, they look good, yep. And just like she did it back up, and then I just went and met mum where she came and picked me up. But the day after, because like when I went home, I pretty much like went straight to sleep. Like I was just so out of it. I think I had like KFC or something for dinner, couldn't even eat it because I was just so like out of it. The next day I like went into the mirror, I took it off and had a look properly, and I was like, holy shit, they're massive. Like that was my first reaction. And I was like, whoa, imagine if I was just thinking like, imagine if I went 400cc, I would have been like, but yeah, they will settle. Apparently they do decrease in size by like 10% or something like that after the swelling goes down. So yeah, I can't wait to see what they look like in a couple months from now. Did you have any thought about going overseas to get them done? If so, what were your reasons to getting them done closer to home? I was actually looking at surgeons in Sydney, but then I was just thinking like, that is so much effort. Like flying to Sydney for the day for the consult, like just whole airports, staying in a hotel, then having to probably stay the night like in a hospital or whatever. I'd have to book like a hotel for a few nights before I could like fly back, because I literally could not think of anything worse than flying like the first 3 days of my surgery. So I'd have to stay in Sydney for a while. Yeah, I would just rather be like in my own home, in my own bed, looked after by like my friends and family. Is there any other cosmetic surgeries you're considering? If so, what are they? No, I don't think I would get like liposuction or like butt implants. That's just not my thing. Like I wouldn't say I was against plastic surgery, but I wasn't overly keen on it. Like if you'd asked me like 3 years ago, I would be like, no freaking way would I ever do that in my whole life. But obviously things change. But no, I don't think I would ever get like butt implants or lipo. I don't know, I just think if I wanted to get like that body, I'd just rather work hard for it. I'm not against it. I'm not against plastic surgery. Like I'm all for it. Well, I just got my boobs done. But yeah, I don't think I would get anything else done. I've heard that people have said their new boobs didn't hold their shape position and they were not the same after having kids. He did say that his clients have had no struggles to breastfeed. Obviously you have to get like something checked like in your milk or something before you can start breastfeeding or something like that. But he's like, obviously we'll discuss that when you're planning on having kids or whatever. But he did say he does recommend having a lift after kids. But I'd probably just wait until I need to get them swapped, and then I'll just have like the implant swapped and then like a lift again in like 10 to 15 years. So that's how I saw it. I kind of like justified it like that. So hopefully I'll have kids in 15 years or 10 to 15 years from now. So yeah, he did recommend having a lift, and then while I'm at it, may as well change the implants. So yeah. I'm assuming your boob job was recent. How long did you need to take off work? PS, I thought you looked great before too. Oh, and PS, love the wedding vlogs. Thank you so much. So I took about 2 weeks off work. I have my first client tomorrow and I feel like I could. Like, I don't feel any pain or any like strain or anything like that for doing makeup. I'm only doing one client this weekend and then I'm off to Perth for a week and then straight back into it when I get back. What size bra were you then and what size are you now? So this compression bra that I have to wear is a double D. Most of my bras before, because of my excess skin, like what I mentioned before, are like D's or double D's. So I hope to God that most of my bras still fit. I can't wear a underwide bra for 3 months, so I have to be wearing these compression bras for the first 2 weeks, and then after that, so next week I can start wearing like just like supportive crops or like gym sort of crop tops. I'll probably just end up wearing like my Calvin Klein one or something like that, and I've got a few from Rockwear that are really comfortable. So when I'm not feeling wearing this bra, which I probably, to be honest, like they're super comfy, I'll probably just end up wearing this for 3 months. But yeah, definitely this around the same size, but not obviously how they look. They look completely different. Did you feel sick about being put under, and how is the healing process going? Well, I've spoken about the healing process. I'm going good. Did I feel sick about going under? Yes. I didn't actually feel sick post anesthetic, but the thought of being put under anesthetic made me feel sick. Like, just because I've done my nursing degree and I've been in theatre where they've put people to sleep. Oh my God, the truck's coming back. I just knew the whole process, and that's what I was most nervous of. 1 second. So I like knew, because I did my placement in anesthetics, so I knew exactly what they did, like to put you to sleep, and like I was just like, ugh, they're gonna do that to me. So I was a bit nervous about that, but honestly, like once you're like laying on the table, they're just like, we're just gonna give you some sedatives just to make you relax, and you're just like, okay, and then you're just like out. And I just don't remember anything, don't even remember waking up. I was just like, what just happened? I looked down and I was like, holy shit. So I think that's basically all of like the different questions people have asked. Most people ask like, what size did you go, what type of implant? So 375cc round implant. I'm pretty sure, I can't remember if he said smooth or textured. Honestly, I'm so annoyed that I can't remember. I'm gonna have to look through my documents and let you know. But I didn't have to do any like massages or anything like that. He didn't ask me to do that. So I don't know if that has anything to do with the type of implant. But yeah, 375cc round. That's what I got. But yeah, I think that is all the questions for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want me to do like a 3-month or 6-month post boobie update and show you guys like the difference between what they look like now and what they look like then, I'm more than happy to do that for you guys. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.